All right, today I went basically all of one, but I had two break-even trades that kind of messed me up with the fees and everything. So I pretty much ended the day down 1.3R across the accounts for a total of 780. Now I have $1,300 drawn on left on the leader account and 1,500 on this one. So still definitely manageable. Tomorrow, if I get just one clean win, I can be back in profit on the accounts. So that's what I'm hoping for, but let's get into the charts and go over what trades I took. All right, so coming into the day, I wanted this weekly relevant high. On the daily, it's pretty much the same thing. It's the last high before pretty much this one, so that's what I was looking for. I wanted to try to get in before 8:30 news, but we pretty much just opened up right next to it, and news just looked into it. There's no setup to take a long anyways, so it is what it is. So then I waited for the open, and I was a little bit confused on what we were going to do, to be honest. Because we have the SMT, and then YM, it did switch strength for a little bit before like the last, I think the last few minutes of the open, right? So from 9:03 to 9:15, it was stronger than NQ. Well, NQ was kind of just consolidating, so I thought maybe YM was going to take this high out, but then instead at the open, it ended up being the weakest asset for the moment. Maybe R2Y, but right, we came all the way. It's probably some 1 hour gap, right? You see, we expand lower, only in one candle really. And then NQ just kind of, NQ and ES just pumped for no reason. But I wouldn't ever long this because there's nothing to target at that point. And just in general, the daily is super overextended. We've had like 6 days of bullish candles in a row. This would be the 7th if it does close like this. So I'm looking for a reaction over here to trade back into the range. And my first trade was on R2Y actually. I basically just got in and got out right away. It was basically, let's see, it was a strength switch PSP. So I thought we were gonna break this SMT over here. Like you can see, YM closed a bearish candle while R2Y closed bullish. We have a decent lower time frame signature. So what I used was this 5-minute gap because I wanted the 10 o'clock open to kind of make it open low, then high to go up to break his SMT, which we did get that right here. All right, so I got in somewhere around here, and I basically just got it right away because like, this is like not my trade. Like I want to catch a daily expansion. This lower time frame, like little SMT break when I'm looking for shorts anyways, is just not my trade. And also because usually if this is the only asset that it has not taken out this high, there's a good chance it could still leave a failure swing, so I just got out right away, which actually ended up being a good decision. All right, so you can see I got in, yeah, I think I took a limit order or just market. I also used half risk too. So I got in basically a retest because this opened up so low. You can see like, let's see, I got in this at, I can't see the time, but like I think a minute or two later, I basically got out. Like I went dry down, they came back up, and I was like, not really my trade. I think I did type out that I didn't want it maybe, but yeah. Then basically we came up here, I just got out because I was like, this is not my trade, and yeah, I ended up taking like a almost like $30 loss on it on both accounts, which is kind of crazy for using half risk too. So if I use full risk, it'd be like $60 just in commissions. And yeah, you can see it was a good decision because it would have ended up souping me anyways, and I would have lost the whole like 150 or whatever I was just risking. Right, so we basically did this. We souped the low, made the CSD, and then we went all the way to the highs, which would have been a free 2R, but like I said, it's just not my trade. And then I took YM later on, trying to short, and it was also not really that good of a trade. All right, so you can't see it here, but to open up the candle, so this is the 90-minute. Oh, what the fuck, bro. Right, so this is the high of the 90-minute candle, the 9 o'clock candle, and here is on NQ. We formed as a 2-stage PSP with a 90-minute high, so right here we took it out. And then on YM, we did not take this out, and this candle, 1015, is a bearish candle, while NQ was a bullish candle. So that's a 2-stage PSP, and I used a 3-minute to get in this short, somewhere around here. And I was probably gonna go like break even at this internal low and then target down here, or maybe even lower. But what happened was it ended up obviously running me out, and that ended up being a full loss. So I kind of got in before I started screen recording, but you can see my entry over here, marking everything out, right? So we have that 90-minute SMT, 2-stage PSP. We have this, I think this is a 30-minute gap right here, but I didn't really care about it because I wanted to see this low anyways. And yeah, you see me kind of, I'm admitting that's not really a good trade, right? Not really a good trade, but 2-stage and probably ready to retrace somewhat. Right. Yeah, so I'm either going to break even at the low, or when the propulsion block is formed, like if it retraces and then CSC's down, I'd move my stop loss. Now I was slightly under risk at the time, but yeah, like I said, it's probably a force trade. The 6-hour wick is really large, so I don't know if I'm supposed to wait for 12 or not. Like I said, I never know if, like, when to actually use like quarterly theory opens, especially because at this time it's like 90 minutes away. It's like an hour 30 from now, so it's kind of crazy to wait. You can definitely miss an entire retracement if that happens. So this shot probably was not bad. Maybe it's just using the first CSC that kind of messed me up, but you kind of want to get in as early as possible. Especially because if we did make a propulsion block, I would pyramid and trim my stop loss so I could get a lot better risk to reward to make the trade worth it. But yeah, like I said, it's probably all right. Just if you try to take the retracement beforehand, we're kind of just waiting. We're sitting in the trade. Like I said, I'd scale in. Yeah, just kind of run through the trade. And then here, I'm noting that if NQ closes as a strength towards PSP, I would probably take it as opposed to YM, or just, so either get out of YM or take both at the same time, honestly. Yeah, and then, so YM was showing that strength, which on the 15-minute, it would be a 2-stage SMT. So we have the 2-stage over here, then we're making one right here. So a little roof pattern, here a little, I guess, V shape. So I wanted us to make this SMT and then CSD down, but you can see we just pump higher and higher. All right, and then over here, I guess opt out. And I tell myself I try to wait for 12 o'clock, I guess. But that's pretty much the trade. So I'm not longing this at all. There's no way I can long. There's like some 15-minute SMT fills. That just be a pattern trade if I longed it, so. All right, I just got in this trade now. It's the last trade for the day. Basically, not looking good right now though. We have a 6-hour sequential SMT with YM. Okay, it's kind of messy, but with the 6-hour, we also have a 30-minute 2-stage, right, with this 12 o'clock candle closing bearish and this high leaving a failure swing on NQ. It's bullish, and we took out this high. So that's my 2-stage SMT. I waited for 12 o'clock for shorts, though obviously I got cooked once before, so if it's going to retrace, it should retrace now, right? We have a sequential SMT, we have a new quarterly open. So I'm taking this propulsion block right here, and if it loses, that's it for the day. I technically should have been off right here, but since it was just in case, I waited for this, so we'll see if it backfires or not. It's not looking that good. It's retracing pretty deeply. I'm basically at full risk because I didn't wait for a limit order. I would have been a little bit under, but it is what it is. I want to take it to this low. It'd be about 2.45R. Would have been 3R if I got the retest. But yeah, now we're just going to wait and see what happens. Yeah, I already explained it's like way too overextended. If we're gonna short or at least give a retracement, it'll be now. Otherwise, it could be later in PM, but I'm obviously not going to be trading then, especially if this trade loses, because then I'll be over my max risk. The only thing is that NQ is not really reversing. All we have is one bearish candle, but if I waited for NQ to CSD on the 5 or 3 minute, I'd probably miss this entire move, so which is risky. Yeah, definitely something you can avoid. It's not A plus at all. I don't even need a trading day. I'm just trying to trade, so we'll just see what happens. All right, well, I just got Jade. So that's it for the day for me. It's probably like, oh, with fees and everything, but this is what, like, should be like a $20 loss. Yeah, $20 loss and then fees, so basically a scratch. So it's not that bad, I guess. End of the day, I'm sure we got the other one from before, but end of the day with basically O of 1, because I don't count break evens really, since they don't really affect the ROI. So, I mean, I didn't eat that for the day, that's fine. Come back tomorrow. Hopefully something better presents itself. This is a pretty good trade. I picked the right asset, I would say. Same thing would happen with R2I. Obviously, I didn't take an exact break even because I did not wait for the retest. I just market entered, where if I got the retest, my entry would be at 713 and it would have ran 2R. So, yes, it is what it is. At first, I wanted to just take 2R for like half risk just to make up for the loss, but instead I didn't get anything, and even this only ran like 1.72, so it is what it is. I feel like it's probably still going to run without actually taking out this high, but I'm not going to be a part of that. I don't want to be in that kind of move, so I'm just going to get off now. Like I said, it's only one loss, so you can eat that easily. It's just, like I said, all these 1 hour days kind of make it so I can't create that much distance. Yeah, that's it for the day. Pretty bad price action, I would say. Kind of just pumping and then like these little smaller retracements, but you can't really get a trade off of that, so this is the best shot. Didn't get anything out of it, so hopping off. See you guys tomorrow.